Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today we have something informative lined up for you. If you like my video, don't forget to share and subscribe, and for more tech insights, stay safe online cyber defense. G'day folks. Before we dive headfirst into the murky depths of the dark web, let's get one thing straight. This ain't a how-to guide for aspiring cyber criminals. Think of this as a public service announcement, a friendly heads up from your mate John Oliver. We're going to be talking about some dodgy stuff, but purely for educational purposes. The aim here is to equip you, dear reader, with the knowledge to protect yourselves in this wild, wild west of the internet. Remember, curiosity killed the cat, but it also downloaded a whole lot of malware onto its laptop. So proceed with caution, and let's shed some light on the dark web, shall we? Alright, let's break this down in a way even your nan can understand. Imagine the internet is like an iceberg. The tip, the bit you see every day, that's the surface web. Think Google searches, online shopping, cat videos, all above board. Now, dip a little deeper, and you'll hit the deep web. This is where things get a bit more exclusive. Think password-protected content, private databases, stuff that's not indexed by your regular search engines. But then, right down in the murky depths, that's where you'll find the dark web. This is the internet's dodgy back alley, accessible only through special software like Tor. It's designed for anonymity, which, as you can imagine, attracts a colorful cast of characters. So, what exactly goes down in this digital underbelly? Well, let's just say it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We're talking about the illegal drug trade, stolen credit card details, weapons trafficking, the whole shebang. But hold on, it's not all doom and gloom. The dark web can also be a haven for whistleblowers, journalists, and activists living under oppressive regimes. It allows them to communicate and share information anonymously, away from prying eyes. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, really. Like a kangaroo with a chainsaw, it's got the potential for good and bad. It all depends on whose hands it's in. Now, before you go thinking about dipping your toes into the dark web, let's have a chat about the risks. The dark web is not just another corner of the internet, it's a place where anonymity reigns, and with that anonymity comes a host of dangers that you might not be prepared for. First up, it's a breeding ground for malware. The dark web is teeming with malicious software just waiting to infect your system. From keyloggers that can record every keystroke you make to spyware that can monitor your every move, the threats are numerous and varied. One wrong click, and you could end up with your computer held hostage by ransomware or your bank account drained faster than a goon sack at a Barbie. Ransomware can lock you out of your own files, demanding a hefty sum for their release, while phishing scams can trick you into giving away your personal information. Then there's the issue of surveillance. While the dark web promises anonymity, it's not foolproof. Your activities can still be tracked, and your identity can be uncovered by those who know how to look. Law enforcement agencies are well aware of the dark web's existence, and they're constantly monitoring it for illegal activity. They have specialized units dedicated to tracking down cyber criminals and bringing them to justice. So, unless you fancy a visit from the boys in blue, it's best to steer clear. The consequences of getting caught can be severe, ranging from hefty fines to lengthy prison sentences. And let's not forget the psychological toll. The dark web can expose you to some of the most disturbing and unsettling content imaginable. From illegal activities to graphic and violent imagery, the psychological impact can be profound. The dark web can be a dark and disturbing place. It's a realm where the worst aspects of humanity can be found, and it's easy to get lost in its depths. It's not for the faint of heart, and it's definitely not a place you want to stumble around in unprepared. If you do decide to venture into the dark web, make sure you know what you're getting into and take all necessary precautions to protect yourself. Shielding your digital self. Tips to stay safe. In today's interconnected world, staying safe online is more important than ever. With cyber threats evolving constantly, it's crucial to be proactive about your digital security. Alright, enough with the scary stuff. Let's dive into some practical tips that can help you navigate the digital landscape with confidence and peace of mind. Let's talk about how you can protect yourself from the nasties lurking in the digital shadows. The internet can be a dangerous place, but with the right precautions, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to cybercrime. First and foremost, common sense goes a long way. Always be cautious and think twice before taking any action online. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Don't go clicking on suspicious links, downloading dodgy files, or opening email attachments from unknown sources. These are common ways that malware and viruses can infiltrate your system, or giving out personal information to strangers online. Be wary of phishing scams that try to trick you into revealing sensitive information like passwords or credit card numbers. It's basically the internet equivalent of accepting a lift from a stranger in a white van with no windows. Just don't do it. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant. Next up, make sure your computer is protected with a decent antivirus software and keep it updated. Regular updates ensure that your software can defend against the latest threats. Think of it like sunscreen for your computer, protecting it from those harmful digital rays. Just as you wouldn't go out in the sun without protection, don't browse the internet without a reliable antivirus. And finally, be mindful of what you're doing online. Your actions can have consequences, and it's important to be aware of the potential risks. Remember, even though you might feel anonymous, your online activity can still be traced back to you. Every click, every search, and every post leaves a digital footprint. So, if you wouldn't do it in broad daylight, maybe don't do it in the dark corners of the internet either. Always consider the potential impact of your actions. By following these tips, you can create a safer online environment for yourself and others. Stay informed, stay cautious, and stay safe. The digital world is full of opportunities, but it's up to you to navigate it wisely. Strong passwords, your first line of defense. Now let's talk passwords, shall we? We all know the drill. Password 123 is about as effective as a chocolate teapot. We need to step up our game, people. A strong password is like a good pair of budgie smugglers. Unique, hard to guess, and provides a decent level of protection. Aim for a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And for the love of Vegemite, don't use the same password for multiple accounts. If you're struggling to remember all your passwords, consider using a password manager. It's like having a digital keychain for all your login details, keeping them safe and sound. Two-factor authentication, double the trouble for hackers. Next up, let's talk about two-factor authentication. It's like having a security guard check your ID before letting you into a club. Even if someone steals your password, they'll still need a second form of verification, like a code sent to your phone to access your account. It might seem like a hassle, but trust me, it's worth the extra effort. It's like putting a lock on your shed door. Sure, it might not stop the most determined thieves, but it'll deter the opportunistic ones. Software updates. Don't be a sitting duck. Now let's talk about software updates. I know, they can be annoying, but they're important, alright? Think of them like getting your car serviced. Sure, it's a pain in the backside, but it could save you from a major breakdown down the track. Software updates often include security patches that fix vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. So next time you see that little notification pop up, don't ignore it. Just click update and be done with it. Stay informed, stay safe. Knowledge is power. In today's digital age, staying informed is not just a luxury but a necessity. The more you know, the better equipped you are to navigate the complexities of the online world. Well folks, there you have it. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the dark web to learning how to protect yourself online. It's a lot to take in. But remember, every bit of knowledge you gain makes you stronger and safer. A crash course on the dark web and how to stay safe online. The dark web can be a scary place, full of hidden dangers and malicious actors. But with the right tools and knowledge, you can protect yourself and your information. Remember, the internet can be a dangerous place, but it can also be a wonderful tool for learning, connecting, and sharing. It's all about how you use it. Use it wisely, and it can open up a world of opportunities. The key is to be informed, be cautious, and use your common sense. Always be aware of the potential risks and take steps to mitigate them. Simple actions like using strong passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and being cautious about the information you share can go a long way in keeping you safe. And if you're ever unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask for help. There are many knowledgeable people and resources out there who can provide guidance and support. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or an online community, don't be afraid to reach out. There are plenty of resources available online and offline to help you navigate the digital world safely. From books and articles to apps and online courses, there's no shortage of information to help you stay informed and protected. So go forth and browse responsibly, my friends. The internet is a powerful tool, but with great power comes great responsibility. Use it wisely, and it can be a force for good in your life. And remember, if you ever find yourself down a dark alley on the internet, just turn around and walk the other way. Trust your instincts and don't take unnecessary risks. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Nothing good ever happens in dark alleys. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep exploring the digital world with confidence. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. Cyber defense.